Okay, let's talk about key takeaways here from this very brief trig review. As I said earlier, in calculus and further math classes, those of you who are going to major either in math or engineering or computer science or some sort of math-based science where you'll take math classes beyond just calculus here, but in calculus and further math classes, you will need to feel comfortable working with angles in radian measure. My major was in mathematics in college, and I don't think there was a class, even after pre-calculus, where I ever was asked to talk about a 30-degree angle. It always comes back to being measured in radians, which is a little bit more mathematically mature way of measuring an angle, as we saw earlier. So get comfortable working in radians because you're not going to go back as you continue to go down this math path. The other thing here is you don't need to specifically memorize all of the values for all of the angles. So if somebody comes up and says, hey, what's the cosine of 11 pi over 6? It's not about just being able to recall that because you memorized what the cosine of 11 pi over 6 is. It's understanding, okay, 11 pi over 6, that's going to be in quadrant 4. Well, I know cosine's positive in quadrant 4, and I know that the cosine of pi over 6 is equal to the square root of 3 over 2, then I can come up with the value of cosine of 11 pi over 6 as also being equal to the square root of 3 over 2. That's kind of the visual thought process that goes through a lot of people's heads when we talk about these values. So it's not about strict memorization, but you do need to have the ability to recall each value when asked. It is going to be very burdensome in a calculus class if every time that you need to come up with one of these values, you have to stop the problem to draw triangles. So, and it's one of those things that comes with practice, and hopefully you'll get plenty of it in this class, but really practice at coming up with those specific values of these particular angles all the way from 0 to 2 pi. It will serve you very well, not just in calculus, but in math classes moving forward as you make your way through your math career.